So previously we discussed few sample and we are good enough, all those concepts are clear. Now let's move to next another 5 different problems. So the first one is going to be from operator, and the second one is again from operator, the third one is from comment, the fourth one is for conditional statement, looping statement, and the fifth one is for conditional statement. So please pause the video and try to solve by your own. In case if you are not able to solve, then feel free to watch the video, else skip this video. So now moving to our Eclipse, and yeah, so this is like our 3 statement. What is going to be the output of all 3 different statement? You first think by your own, and now let me run it. So in case if I am going to run, so the output is going to be 234 for the first statement, the second one is going to be code, and the third one is going to be EYL code 10 million. So now let's try to find out like why and how this is so. So yesterday only we studied like in case of character, when we try to store it into integer, so it internally what it was doing, it was finding the ASCII code of that particular character, and that number is going to be executed, right? So same is going to happen in this place also. When there is string, so this plus means concatenation, but when there is any number, so this plus is going to perform arithmetic operation of addition. In this case, this is not possible. It seems to be so, but really it's not. Internally, the ASCII code for this E is going to be picked, plus internally the ASCII code for Y, plus internally the ASCII code of L. So all the ASCII number are going to be in integer form. So it's your responsibility, find the ASCII, Google out and check what is the ASCII of capital E, capital Y and capital L, sum it up, and whatever the output you are going to get, it is going to be exactly 234. So moving to the next statement, the next statement is going to be like concatenation, because these are string. How we differentiate? Double quote stands for string and single quote is for single character, right? So in this way we can differentiate. So in case of string, this plus is going to behave as a string concatenation. It will combine C, O, D, E as if one string, and the output, hence we are getting code. So moving to the third statement, which you can see, some might be confused, like if 1 plus 0, it should be showing 1, EYL code 1 million, right? But it is not so, because as we are having string, so this is now going to be treated internally as string. So you can't think as of a number right now. Internally this thing is going to be as a string. Now let's make it more twister. So I am giving one parenthesis here and here. So now you guess what is going to be the output. Let me check what is going to be the output. The output is going to be EYL code 1 million. Why? See. So again the concept comes for associativity, precedence and all those. So the bracket is going to have highest precedence, right? So when the bracket is started, in that case the JVM doesn't know what is this and what is that, right? So it is only going to see bracket open 1 plus 0. So he don't know, like JVM don't know whether there is some string operation or something in future. I'm talking about. So at present JVM knows 1 and 0. There are only 2 literals present here, and those are integers. So in that case, if those are integers, so we are going to perform arithmetic operation 1 plus 0 equal to 1. That's it. So the final output is going to be 1, and after 1, so again this entire thing is going to return 1 as a output, and then the JVM will come to know that hey, we are having string. So now this plus is going to be used for concatenation, not for arithmetic operation, right? So like these are the some tricky question. Now let's move to the second tricky question. First of all, let make me this as a comment, and yes. So again, this is one of the most tricky question again. So now most of the people are going to be confused. Let me do one thing. First of all, go in this and make me use of my teaching panel. Yeah. So in this again, everyone is going to be confused. How? Like some might be thinking we have continuous minus, continuous plus, and so how it is going to decide it? Either it is going to make a loop group of this z minus minus, or it is going to make the group of this. We don't know, right? Either it can be treated as z minus minus, or it can be treated as minus minus z, and this minus is going to be something for arithmetic operation, right? Okay, so first of all let me check what is the output. So the output is going to be 41, and how it is so, again let me check. So see, first I am assuming the condition number 1. The condition number 1 is that we are going to treat like this as a group, and again this as a group. When I say this as a group, it means that initially we are going to think, if we are going to get any other operator, then we are going to make it as a group of the next one, right? So in case if we are going to make group of the next one, let me undo these changes. Yeah, so now what we are thinking, that this is the first one, right? This is going to be something like z minus 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 z and plus 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 y plus y. This is the condition number 1. And the second condition, we can have something like that, z minus minus, then minus, and then z plus plus, then plus y plus y, right? So these are the two conditions. Either it is going to take like this, or it is going to take z minus and z minus, right? So the condition number, let it make it as a 1 and it as a 2. So the condition number 1 is correct. Why it is so? Because whenever we find, like JVM find any operator, write to the variable or any literals, then it try to search for the next. If there is any operator, then that operator is going to be grouped for the first one, not like this one. Like if there is any operator, then it is going to search for again. No, not like this. In case if it is going to find like this, so grouping starts from left to right in this case. So grouping starts from left to right. So once the JVM find that yeah, this entire group is valid, so now it is going to treat as this one group, and then whatever is coming next to it, it is going to be the part of something second group, and so on. So like this it is going to be treated. So this one is going to be something like this, means first z minus minus operation is going to perform, then minus z, then z plus plus. So in this case it is going to have something called 30 in z, and in y it is going to have 20, right? So what happens right now, this is going to be first group, right? First group. So z minus minus, so it is postfix, right? Postfix decrement operator, means the operation will be performed first, then the value is going to be decrement by 1. In that case, what will be the value of z? Initially for execution time it is going to be 30, and then minus, before minus it is going to decrease this as a 29, because once 30 has been written for the execution, then it is going to be decrement it by 1, because this is postfix, right? If it is going to be prefix like just before z, then in that case first increment will be done, then value is going to be written. But in this case first value will be written, then it is going to be decremented, right? So now again this is over. So now second is minus, so minus is here, and again z. So what we have in z? 29. Z, somebody used to do like this, no issue, just focus on the logic. So again it is going to be 29, right? No, yeah, it is going to be 29, but not like this. So this is again going to be like a group. This one is going to be a group, not like plus plus y, z plus plus left to right. So in this case again, now what is the value of z? 29, that's why it's 29. And due to postfix, like the increment operator plus plus, it is again going to make it as a 30, right? 30, but it is not of use as of now. So now next what is going to happen? Plus y means 20, again plus y. So what is the going to be output? 30 minus 29 is going to be 1, plus 20 plus 20, 40, hence the output was 41, right? So now let's move to the next question, and that next question is something very much tricky. Let's move in our next question, that is for comment. So now guess the output of this statement. You might be thinking that the output is going to be nothing because this is comment and everything is going to be ignored by JVM, right? Because everything is right now comment, but this is not so. If we run the output and we get EYL code. So why this is so? The basic reason for this is that what we have learned, anything after forward slash, double forward slash, till the end of the line is treated as comment for that particular line. That's right. But this is like what you are seeing right now. This is unique code of line break. What I mean, in this we don't have provided any unique code, so everything in this line is going to be comment, right? But how JVMs know that we have to move in the next line? Internally this unique code is there in this line, which you can't see, but internally it's there. That's the reason JVM comes to know that we have to move to the next line. So here we have manually written this line break code. So in this case, what happened right now? We have manually asked JVM that, hey, this line is now going to be terminated, like this line is going to be break, and whatever you are going to find after this, it is going to be the next line. So again, we have studied this forward slash is only for single line comment. So visually it seems to be in a single line, but practically it is not so. Practically it is two different lines as per JVM, because this unique code character defines line break. So this was one of the good questions. Now again, let me make this as a comment, and moving to our third one. Yeah, so moving to our next fourth problem is going to be something again confusing. In previous video, what I have told you right now, that whatever is going to be after semicolon, that is going to separate the statement of this for loop, if condition or anything, and it is not going to be anymore the body of the for loop. That's right? That was absolutely correct. But now when it is going to terminate, how it is going to terminate? In if condition there was nothing called looping, so whatever the condition was there, forget it, and it was going to terminate. That's fine. But in this case, what is the output of this system.out.println? Can you guess? Let me run it first. So if I run, you can see it's 5. How it is so? So now let's try to debug it. So in this case, if you are going to see, initially what was the I? Nothing, right? It was nothing for this line, only it has been declared, right? But if we move in the for loop, in loop we have done I equal to 0, that was the initialization part of the for loop. The second was the updation part, so 0 less than 5, the condition was true. When the condition was true, what we have learned, that it is going to be inside body of for loop. But are you seeing any body of for loop? No, it is not any, it doesn't have any body, right? Are you seeing any body of for loop? No, it doesn't have any body, right? So it seems to be so, but internally what JVM is going to treat as, it is going to make something like this. It is going to make something like this. Means for loop is having body, but that body is not having any statement. So if there is no statement in that for loop body, so nothing is going to be executed, but it is going inside body. That was my main point for this. So in this case, condition is true, it is going inside this body, nothing is there, so nothing will happen. Then again for updation then 0 to 1, and 1 less than 5 condition true, again inside body, nothing is inside body. So again it is going for 2, then going for 3, then going for 4, and then finally going for 5. So in this case 5 less than 5. Now this condition is false. So it is going to become outside of this for loop and move in the next line, next statement, that is system.out.println I, and the value of I was 5. So this is one again very good question. So try to play with this kind of question and you will learn a lot. So again, let's make it comment and uncomment the last section that we have in our this series video, and yeah, that's correct. So what is going to be the output for this statement? So if you see char a equal to c and switch a, means here we have some value c, and that is going to be compared with all cases, and we have c, and c is going to be printed, right? If you are thinking this, then you are correct, absolutely. So like what was the tricky part here? The tricky part was nothing but it is just like of an illusion, or somebody gets confused that default should be provided only at the end of the case or something like this. So this is like a point of confusion. Default can be in any place, either it is in the first position, in the second position, in the third position, anywhere you can have. There is no issue with default to have it in the last position. There is no such rule. Yes, the condition is only whenever you are having any statement inside switch, it should be having break statement. In this case it is not going to create issue because there is C, and C is going to match with this case, and this case is going to be printed, and hence it has break, so it is going to be out ideally. But if we have something called like 5, 56, not possible 5, so what will happen now? So there is no such term called 5 in this case, so it is going for default, and default is going to be printed. That's fine. But since there was no break in this line, so it went in next statement, and next statement was A. So like this is all about switch and case revision. That's it. So today we have covered all 5 different scenarios, whatever we have seen, and this is all for today. We will meet you in next video. Goodbye.